Mysterious Black Monks, The Moon Conspiracy and the Origin of Human Race Contactee. Alex Collier discusses his talks with telepathic extraterrestrial entities from the Andromeda galaxy in his book Letters from Andromeda. Moraney was the name of one of them, and he came from a star system in the constellation Zeta. People who claim to have had contact with extraterrestrials are known as contactees. Some claimed to have had several encounters, while others claimed to have only had one. Contactee tales differ from those who claim to have been abducted by aliens in that contactees commonly describe good encounters with humanoid aliens, whereas also abductees too. Moraney, an ancient entity, was able to send significant knowledge to Collier, and it portrayed a picture of Earth's past that was radically different from what history teaches us. The Andromedan also disclosed that our current period is ruled by falsehoods and deception, and that the general public has little to no knowledge of what is truly occurring in our solar system. One of Moraney's most intriguing revelations concerns the origins of mankind and the presence of a hidden outpost on the. He also stated that Earth's satellite did not originate in the solar system, but rather was transferred here millions of years ago. It served as a transport ship for reptilians, human-reptilian hybrids, and the first humans to land on the planet. Moraney telepathically informed Collier that the Moon was born in a star system 432 light-years from Earth in the constellation Ursa Minor. The Andromedans call this binary star system Chauta, and it has 21 planets and 4 dozen moons. The Moon we now name our own originally orbited the Chauta system's 17th planet. Maldek was the name of the planet that was devastated during an ancient conflict between a human coalition and tyrannical grey aliens from the Orion Empire. Collier learned from the Andromedans that the Moon is 6,2 billion years old. This implies that it is older than our solar system and could not have started its life here. Conspiracy theories frequently claim that undiscovered molecules and chemicals exist on the lunar surface and that their discovery was kept hidden from the public. The psychic transmissions of Moraney have prompted Collier to believe the same. But how did the Moon get here if it's an outsider? It was placed into the tail of an asteroid, which transported it into our solar system, according to Collier. The asteroid, which our astronomers have yet to identify, is said to come back to our region of the galaxy every 25,000 Earth years. There are indicators that support this theory, many of which are hidden from the untrained sight. They are, nonetheless, present, as Collier points out, as massive subterranean facilities that were developed by extraterrestrials and later people from Earth. The Moon's crust has 7 apertures, as well as subsurface bases. Conservative scientists have wondered why, despite their enormity, so many craters appear to be shallow. It's because much of the surface was erected on top of a metallic shell of a round space crest, or a war carrier, as the Andromedans call it, the Andromedans claim. Collier brings up an intriguing observation about the craters. Many of them should, in fact, be far deeper than they are, and this fact defies recognized science. The Andromedans, on the other hand, claim that the craters were produced purposely. Many of the craters on the Moon's far side were formerly domed cities and spacecraft hangars that were destroyed during a 113,000-year-old conflict. Long before the Apollo astronauts set foot on the Moon, these wrecked constructions were purportedly found. They were originally surreptitiously investigated by NSA, National Security Agency, astronauts in the early 1950s, who were transported and directed by grey aliens. The region they investigated was beneath the Jules Verne crater and had a massive subterranean complex the size of New York State. Inside, the corpses of reptilians and humans were found strewn around the site, as though a fierce struggle had occurred there previously. Multiple extraterrestrial documents were discovered and translated, as well as technology from Orion that was discovered and subsequently reverse-engineered. Large lakes, as well as 8 hidden vaults, were stored in the underground base, the contents of which the Greys have not made available. Artificial settings have been built and maintained since then to accommodate the growing lunar population. It has grown from 0 to over 36,000 humanity from Earth, handpicked by the world government, during the last 60 years. And, according to the Andromedans, it is anticipated to reach 600,000 people in the near future. At the moment, the world order has 53 UFO-like spacecraft, developed on Earth on the Moon. Particle beam weapons, lasers, nuclear bomb satellites, and antimatter weapon systems are among the various weapons being developed on the Moon. Earth-based anti-gravity anomalies were exploited to transport equipment and gear to the Moon. The principal launch sites were Pine Gap, Australia, and Diego Garcia Island, in the Indian. Another site is Siberia in Russia. On the Moon, such intricate procedures necessitate an equally complicated hierarchy. The Greys are the leaders and have the last say, yet they seldom interfere personally. They primarily express their will through a group known as the Black Monks. The Black Monks have been significantly transformed to fit the Greys' requirements and are longer recognized to be the Earth people, despite their human origins. A group known as the Blue Moon is located just underneath the Black Monks. It is made up of forces from the United States, the United Kingdom, Russia, and France. These organizations run and govern the lunar bases, but they also require divisions on the ground. Alpha 1 and Alpha 2 are two such groups. Alpha 1 was a mystery to Collier, but he assumed it had something to do with accumulating materials and resources on Earth while keeping the public unaware. Alpha 2 is actually MJ-12, the famed group responsible for finding and researching extraterrestrial ships, according to the Andromedan Moraney. If this is the case, the entity we assume is in charge of such clandestine programs is actually at the bottom of the ladder, and the ladder is much higher than we previously believed. Collier's assertions have yet to be confirmed, but denying them is tough as well. Even if there were a multitude of extraterrestrial bases on the far side of the Moon, humans would never detect them since it is always concealed from view. Alex Collier, on the other hand, is passionate about his revelation, and the knowledge he obtained from the Andromedans. The world order had been on the Moon for some time before the Apollo astronauts landed there. NASA's and our military's lower echelons were denied access to this information and technology. NASA has been utilized to keep the public in the dark about what is going on there. Threats forced the astronauts to keep silent, and they still are. The Hollow Moon. We explore the evidence and questions surrounding this controversial theory that challenges conventional lunar science. The Moon's surface, a mosaic of craters. The Moon's surface is a testament to its tumultuous past. Tens of thousands of impact craters, ranging in size, scar its landscape. Scientists attribute this lunar pockmarking to the absence of an atmosphere that would otherwise shield it from space debris. Unlike Earth, the Moon lacks natural erosive forces, such as wind and water, which would gradually erase these celestial battle scars. However, it's not just the sheer number of craters that has puzzled researchers, it's their uniform depth. As the transcript from Ancient Aliens suggests, lunar craters, both large and small, exhibit surprisingly consistent depths. In contrast, on a typical planetary body, you'd expect variations in crater depths depending on factors like the size of the impactor and the surface composition. This uniformity in lunar crater depth challenges established geophysics and raises questions about what lies beneath the Moon's surface. The resilient barrier beneath the Moon. One explanation for the uniformity in lunar crater depths proposed by ancient astronaut theorists is the presence of a resilient barrier beneath the Moon's rocky exterior. This barrier, some suggest, could be either an exceptionally hard rock or a metallic sphere. Either option would account for why craters do not penetrate deeper into the lunar surface. However, this intriguing hypothesis raises a crucial question: Why hasn't mainstream science embraced it? The answer, proponents argue, lies in the implications of such a revelation. Acknowledging the presence of a metallic or exceptionally dense layer beneath the lunar surface could lead to a startling conclusion: the moon might be hollow. The moon rings like a bell. One of the most perplexing pieces of evidence comes from the Apollo missions. On November 20, 1969, during the Apollo 12 mission, astronauts intentionally crashed the launch vehicle back into the moon's surface. The result was unexpected and astounding. The moon began to resonate like a giant bell, a phenomenon captured by seismographs for over an hour. Subsequently, during the Apollo 13 mission, an even heavier part of the rocket was crashed into the moon, causing it to ring for over 3 hours and to a depth of over 20 miles. This seismic resonance was not what scientists had anticipated, and it continues to puzzle experts today. The hollow moon hypothesis: the moon's composition predominantly consists of lightweight rock called basalts. While this rock type absorbs impacts effectively, it should not result in such pronounced seismic resonance. This unexpected reaction of the moon's surface has led some to infer that the moon's interior is hollow, or at least contains voids or cavities of some kind. The idea of a hollow moon challenges our understanding of planetary physics and begs for further investigation. While mainstream science remains skeptical, the intriguing evidence presented by ancient astronaut theorists cannot be easily dismissed. As humanity continues to explore the cosmos, mysteries like the moon's true nature remind us that there is still much to learn beyond our earthly confines. Whether the moon is hollow or not, it serves as a testament to the enduring allure of space exploration, and the limitless potential for discovery beyond our planet.